Greetings, friends. I'm Cryptodamus here, also known as the Astro Crypto Guru. Just wanted to give you guys a little June update. It's been a while since I did a YouTube video, and I wanted to give you some June astrological events to consider. So right now, things have actually been getting a little bit better. Maybe you felt the energy lighten up a bit. We're looking at the chart right here of the current chart right here of the moment. And things have been getting better. As I said, we've gotten through the eclipse season, which was pretty rough. Mercury is now direct and out of retrograde since last Friday. That's also favorable. And we've got Venus in its home sign of Taurus, which is the wealth sign. And Mars, the confidence planet, is also in its home sign of Aries, the confidence sign. So that's good that we have those two planets in their home signs with dignity, and that lasts until June 22nd. At least Venus will be in Taurus until June 22nd. Mars will be in Aries till about July 5th. So that gives us a window of opportunity period for markets to do a little bit better than they've been doing over the past few months. Of course, Jupiter is also in Aries, which is also more of a confidence placement, especially in the direct phase, which lasts till about July 28th. So that's all favorable. I think the thing that's kind of maybe weighing us down a little bit, just generally collectively, and also in the markets, is that Mercury is still kind of in this tight square to Saturn at 26 Taurus to 25 Saturn at 25 Aquarius. But Saturn is now retrograding and Mercury is now direct. So they're moving away from each other. And I think that things are going to ease up a bit, again, generally speaking, and also for markets. I think things are going to continue to improve, generally speaking, for global financial markets, especially when Mercury moves into Gemini. And that's going to be on June 13th, actually. That's going to be on Monday. I think that's going to be on Monday, June 13th. Let me just double check that. Yes, Mercury's going to move into Gemini. It's also its home sign. So then we'll have a rare period where both Mercury, Venus, and Mars are all going to have dignity. Doesn't last that long. It's only really between June 13th and June 22nd. But that could be somewhat more, just generally speaking, more favorable. Overall, a bit of a more less tension, less stress, and it could give markets a chance to rally. So that's all very favorable. As I said, Mars is our confidence planet, and it's in a high confidence position in the fire sign of Aries through about July 5th. The big event this week, I think, for global financial markets is going to be on Friday the 10th, when we get the new inflation consumer price index numbers, the CPI numbers. So if we look at the aspect picture for that day, it's quite interesting because Mercury's going to be trine, Mercury at 28 Taurus is going to be trining Pluto at 28 Capricorn, and that's ostensibly favorable. Although even trines to Pluto can be a bit rough. Also, that day, I'm going to move my astrological chart here ahead to Thursday and Friday, and you'll see not only is Mercury in that trine to moving away from that square to Saturn and moving into that trine to Pluto, but Venus is also moving into a conjunction with Uranus that will hit exact the next day on Saturday, June 11th. Now that could be a favorable for big tech and crypto, as Uranus is really a technological, futuristic technology planet, and it's been kind of beaten down by the eclipse patterns. So having Venus in that conjunction could kind of warm things up. It's possible it could break favorably for big tech and crypto. Okay. However, as we all know, Uranus can be quite of an unpredictable planet that brings unexpected news events and volatility. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see the CPI numbers on Friday the 10th, because you do have those two aspects there. And with Venus conjunct Uranus, it could just increase volatility, and it could take a few days to actually for the numbers to really play out across the global financial markets. So I'm kind of leaning bullish on that one. And I think crypto and tech could do well, but I also think there could be some unexpected volatility and unpredictable events that make it hard to accurately predict. Today, in terms of the Bitcoin natal chart, Jupiter at 4 degrees Aries is actually making a conjunction to the Bitcoin moon, which is something we've been waiting for. And to be honest, it's a bit of a disappointment. We did get a $2,000 rally over the last couple of days. The key support around 28.5 is holding for Bitcoin, but we're not seeing any kind of a really big rebound. Now, over the weekend and next week, Jupiter is going to, square the Bitcoin natal Mars. Okay, now that's an interesting aspect because it's quite dynamic. Jupiter-Mars combinations can be confident and adventurous. The problem with the Jupiter square to Bitcoin's Mars is that it can be confident and it could be favorable, but it has a feeling of excessiveness and overconfidence, and it seems like it's very unstable. Okay, so that also, I think we could see a rally, and that aspect is basically in effect, I would say June 12th, 13th, and 14th most strongly. So we could see a rally, but we could also see, a pretty aggressive sell-off if it does rally, as we've been seeing, So those are the main aspects to keep in mind right now for the general markets this week, and also for the Bitcoin specific natal chart. And please check out my Patreon, which you can find on my Twitter feed, where we do a much more detailed analysis for the financial markets and for Bitcoin. We did one today with an update for the S&P 500 and also for a trade on Cardano. So that's about it for today, guys. It's just a short little update. And then I'm going to do another one next week or later this week. And we'll talk about the full moon on the 14th, which is in 23 Sagittarius. And it's going to be in a funny position in a sextile to Saturn, but a square to Neptune. So that also brings more of this kind of same kind of mixed picture with confusing, conflicted messages. But again, we'll talk about that a little bit later. I hope you've enjoyed this little quick update, and I hope to see you guys soon. Okay.